All right, everyone. Today we're diving deep into one of India's most powerful and honestly, most mysterious sacred sites. We're heading to Guwahati, Assam, to explore the Kamakhya Temple. And let me tell you, this is so much more than just a building. It's a true epicenter of ancient energy that's been drawing people in for centuries.
You know, there's this saying, a really profound belief among devotees, that you don't just decide to visit Kamakhya. The goddess has to call you. It's not a trip you just book on a whim. It's a journey that actually chooses you. It kind of pulls you in, toward an experience that is guaranteed to be anything but ordinary. So, for our purposes today, let's just say the call has come. Let's get ready for what's next.
So, what if I told you there is a temple, one of the holiest places, where the sanctum has no idol, no statue, just the very symbol of creation itself? I mean, think about that. This is a central mystery that makes Kamakhya so incredibly different. You kind of have to forget everything you know about traditional temples. We're about to explore a place where divinity isn't some statue you look at. It's a living, breathing force of nature you can actually feel.
Okay, so to really get why this place is so powerful, we have to go back, way back. Let's dig into its origin story and figure out why it's known as the most potent of all the 51 Shakti Peethas.
The legend behind the Shakti Peethas. Wow, it's this epic tale of cosmic love and incredible sorrow. So the story goes, when Goddess Sati died, a heartbroken Lord Shiva carried her body across the universe, dancing the Tandava, the dance of destruction. The whole of creation was at risk. So, to stop him, Lord Vishnu used his Sudarshan chakra, and Sati's body was scattered into 51 pieces. Each spot where a piece landed became a Shakti Peeth, a seat of immense power. And right here on Nilachal Hill is where her Yoni, her womb, fell. This makes Kamakhya not just a source, but the source of all creation, regeneration, and divine feminine power.
So, it makes perfect sense, right? Since this is the very seat of creation, Kamakhya became a huge center for Tantrism. And Tantrism is all about understanding the universe by channeling its divine energies. So people come here from all over to connect with that incredible creative force, for spiritual growth, for power, to overcome challenges. It's a place that truly celebrates the divine feminine in its most raw, untamed, and powerful form.
All right, so answering the goddess's call is the first step, but actually getting there, that requires a solid plan. So let's switch gears, get practical, and break down exactly what you need to know to make this pilgrimage happen. Getting there is actually pretty straightforward. First step, get yourself to Guwahati in Assam. It's super well connected by flights and trains. Once you're in the city, the temple is just a short trip up Nilachal Hill, and you've got tons of options to get up there. Buses, taxis, autos, even those ride-sharing bikes if you're traveling light. Easy peasy. Okay, now listen up, because this is probably the most important choice you'll make. You've got two paths for Darshan, or viewing the deity. The general line is free, but, and this is a big but, you could be waiting for 3, 6, maybe even 9 hours. No joke. The other option is the VIP Darshan. It's 501 rupees, and it can save you a ton of time. Honestly, if you're on any kind of schedule, it's pretty much a must. You can try to book it online about a week ahead, or just take your chances at the counter when you get there. Okay, pro tip number 1, and this is non-negotiable. You have to get there early. And I mean early. Like before the sun comes up early. It doesn't matter if you're going for the free token or the VIP ticket. They're limited, so you gotta be there. For the free line, they'll snap your picture and give you a token with an estimated time. But here's the thing. Treat that time as a suggestion, not a promise. You're still gonna wait. So just, bring your patience. You'll need it.
All right, this is it, the climax of the whole journey. After all those hours of waiting in line, what actually happens when you get inside? This is where the temple reveals its deepest, most incredible secret. So, you're heading for the Garbhagriha, the womb chamber. It's the heart of every Hindu temple, right? But here at Kamakhya, they mean that literally. You're not walking into some big open hall. No, you descend down these 10 or 15 stone steps into a small, dark cave. The air immediately gets cooler, all the noise from outside just disappears, and you're left with this intense, tangible energy. You can feel it.
And this is the part that just blows everyone's mind. You get to the bottom of the steps, your eyes start to adjust to the dim light from a few lamps, and you realize there's nothing there. Well, not what you'd expect. There's no murti, no statue, no idol of the goddess. The thing everyone is here to worship is something else entirely. Something way more primal.
What you find instead is the absolute heart of this place. It's a rock fissure, a natural formation in the shape of a yoni, and there's an underground spring that keeps it constantly moist, which is where the name the Bleeding Goddess comes from. And for the people who come here, this isn't just a symbol of the goddess. It is the goddess, living, breathing, the source of all life.
So you've been inside the sanctum, you've had this incredible experience, but the energy of this place isn't just confined to that cave. Let's talk about the rituals and festivals that make this temple a living, breathing center of faith all year round.
The biggest event of the year, hands down, is the Ambu Bachi Mela. It's this absolutely unique festival that's all about celebrating the fertility of the earth. It happens every year during the monsoons, and it's built around this powerful belief that the goddess, who is Mother Earth, actually goes through her annual period during this time.
So it usually happens around late June. For the first 3 days, the main sanctum, that cave we talked about, is totally closed. No one goes in. It's a time for the goddess to rest. But after those 3 days, the doors reopen, the festival kicks off, and it is a sight to see. We're talking hundreds of thousands of people, pilgrims, tantrics, you name it. They all come here from all over the world. It's this massive, incredible celebration of life.
And here's the central miracle of the whole festival. Before they close the temple, a white cloth is placed over that stone yoni. When they open the doors 3 days later, the cloth is said to be red. And small pieces of this cloth, they call it angabastra, are handed out as prasad. It's considered one of the most powerful blessings for fertility and creativity you can possibly receive.
Now, it's also important to know that animal sacrifice is a part of the worship here. It can be a difficult concept, for sure, but there's a really specific rule they follow that ties back to the temple's core belief. Only male animals are ever offered, never female animals. And that's done as a mark of the highest respect for the feminine principle, the power of creation.
Look, the pilgrimage itself is a life-changing experience, but your journey doesn't have to stop when you walk out of the temple gates. To really get a feel for this place, you've got to dive into the amazing culture and, of course, the food of Assam.
A really common thing to do, and something I'd totally recommend, is to complete the pilgrimage by visiting Shiva, Kamakhya's consort. His temple, the Umananda Temple, is on this tiny little island, the world's smallest inhabited river island actually, right in the middle of the Brahmaputra River. You take a short ferry ride over and it's just this incredibly peaceful, beautiful place. A perfect balance to the intense energy of Kamakhya.
Okay, let's talk food. You absolutely cannot leave Assam without trying the local cuisine. First up, you have to try khar. It's this totally unique dish made with banana ash. Sounds weird, but it's amazing. Then there's aloo pitika, which is like the ultimate comfort food. Mashed potatoes with this punchy raw mustard oil. Oh, and the tenga dal, a sour lentil soup, it's incredible. Make sure you get some kazi nemu, their local lemon to squeeze on everything. And hey, if you're feeling brave, you could try a tiny bit of the boot jolokia, the ghost pepper, one of the hottest in the world.
Honestly, the best way to try a bit of everything is to just order a traditional Assamese thali. You get a big plate with little bowls of all these different dishes so you can sample the whole range of flavors. And a lot of times, they serve it on these beautiful bell metal plates, which people believe are good for your health. It's not just a meal, it's a whole cultural experience.
So if there's one piece of practical advice I can leave you with, it's this. You need at least 1 full day for the temple. That means you really should plan to arrive the day before and stay the night. That way you can get in that super early morning line without feeling completely stressed out, and you'll have enough time to just soak in the incredible atmosphere of the place.
You know, a trip to Kamakhya is so much more than a visit to a temple. It's a journey about patience, for sure. It's a test of your endurance. But more than anything, it's this powerful celebration of the creative energy that's in everything. It kind of forces you to look past what's on the surface and connect with something deeper, something primal. So it leaves you with a big question, really. If this whole journey is about visiting the source of creation, what journey will you take to find your own?